Hello Capricorn, welcome to Three Crows Runes. My name is Jen. Let's do some rune readings. Today we are doing readings for December 2024. We are using the Lepus Tarot and we are using the Elder Futhark on Birch runes, on Birch wood. So let's get started with a card from the Lepus Tarot, and we have the Four of Wands. So you will at least be planning a party or planning to attend a party. There are parties involved. The thing about this particular card, though, is that the person putting the party on seems to be pretty much worn out already. So that may be an issue, given that we're doing the Lepus Tarot this month. So you're happy about it, and you feel like you're an old hand at this. But there is a sense of there's a lot of parties, and you may feel, Capricorn, that this is like you're doing this, but man, you're on your last nerve. Not necessarily nerve, but you're like, yeah, I've done this, I'm smiling, but man, I am going to go after this and lie down. So let's get some runes down. You're happy about it, and it's nice and it's pleasant, and this is the time of year, and so, we're going to get through it, and there's going to be lots to smile about. But at the same time, it's just like, come on in. I'm going to go fall asleep now. Enjoy this fruit. I set up the party. You go have fun. I'll be in my tower. Central issue for you this month, Capricorn. We have Kamna's reverse. Kamna's is the rune of the torch or the fire. This has to do with, when it's upright, it has to do with expansion, something that starts small like an ember and goes into a blaze. It also has to do with honing. It has to do with focus, basically. Like when it's upright, it's like an expansion of focus. When it's reversed, it's a honing of focus. So, but there is also the sense of narrowing of options, perhaps narrowing of resource even, which is interesting. We'll get to that. But basically, I'm seeing this as a honing of focus. In order to, get through this, you're basically like, I'm just going to focus on this day. I'm going to focus on this event, and then we'll think about things after. So, because it's reversed on the path line. So, and there is also a sense of turning your focus inward as well, making sure that you are okay inside. So there is going to be a sense of that. What led up to this? We have Yira, which is the rune of the harvest and also time. So there was a time of plenty. There was, that season has ended. Not that the plenty has ended. You've got plenty left, as you can see from the party preparations. But a season has ended, and now you're like, okay, we're going into this. And it is, especially if you're in the northern hemisphere, we're going into the winter, which is like a season where we are turning inward, where we are, it is sort of a quieting. It's not as expansive as it would normally be. Now, if you're watching this from the southern hemisphere, whatever your month may have to do with this in terms of just honing your focus so you can get through this, because a season has ended and now you're like focusing on a thing very strongly. What is going to help you? We have Berkana reversed. Berkana is the rune of the birch tree. This has to do with beginnings and birth. I'm going to read this a few ways. Reverse generally means inner, so you're looking inward and sort of working on rebirthing something, but from like an incubatory level. That's an interesting throwing together of syllables. So there's that going on. Secondly, there may be a situation where something that may help you for some of you, not all of you, is maybe to just say, I'm going to take some time to turn away from all the family stuff. Because Berkana does refer to family as well. For some of you, that may be a situation where what is going to help you, and it doesn't say that you're going to be refusing to be a part of things, but sometimes let yourself turn away and like close the door for a little bit and like give yourself some time to recover. Because look at this poor rabbit. This rabbit's worn ragged from all the party preps and things. This is a ragged rabbit. So let yourself turn away from it from time to time, if that's applying to you. If not, just basically like see this as, you are working on regenerating and rejuvenating. So that's something that's like, make sure that you do that for yourself. What isn't going to help? We have Nauthiz, which is the rune of need. It is upright, which is interesting because need is always like a tend your needs rune. But when it's upright in the lower line, there's still a sense of, first of all, worry about it. You're worried about all the needs that you have that you need to tend. But this is part of why you're sometimes turning away from craziness and just like, not the craziness, but even just like the joyful noise. You're like, okay, that's enough joyful noise for now. and then going back and sort of rejuvenating a bit. So there's that. You're worried about a bit of the needs that need to be taken care of that are happening. At the same time, though, I think I'm going to read this also as tending the outside needs more than tending your own. Like, if you're focusing always on the needs outside of you, you're going to run out of what you have to give real fast. So that's the warning, I think. And that if that starts to be the case, just say, okay, I've helped everybody with all of these things. I'm going to take some time to breathe and to like be in silence and be okay. So I'm just going to turn away for a little bit. That's what's going to help you. Your last step on this particular spread, at the end of the month, you're going to feel like, okay, now I don't have to run around anymore, and it's going to feel really good. We have Avaz, which is the horse. The horse is movement and also spirit, so it is reversed on the path line. This is basically the end of the running around. This month, there's going to be a lot of more running around than you would perhaps have chosen to do otherwise, and you're going to feel like you can finally relax by the end of the month, and you got through it it's like this one time. This is a weird anecdote, but I'm going to tell you. I had a thing I had to do at work, and I had to type a whole bunch of things, and I couldn't make a mistake with it because it was like a manual typewriter, and I had to. And so what literally I did was I typed every single thing with one finger, and I didn't make mistakes. It took me longer, but there were only a few things that I typed that I needed to discard that I made a mistake on. So this is sort of the thing that you're doing here, is that this month you're really honing your focus on what's the next thing that needs to be done, like the next thing. So you're not overwhelmed. And that's really what you got through this month that way. And that's great. By the end of the month, you're going to feel like, finally, I can rest. I don't have to run around anymore. So the horse is like resting by the end of the month. So that, Capricorn, is your reading for December 2024. I wish you all the best with this, and I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye.